I'm happy to be here once again where the demonstration of friendship and commitment to national security of our country is yet again on display. The government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, has continued to invest in the national security apparatus of our federation in a very big way. And this ceremony today is yet another example of that commitment to the safety and security of our communities. The injection of 12 brand new vehicles is something that cannot be understated. In fact, we as police officers and the police force on a whole thank the ambassador and his government for their continued support. But it is not just vehicles. The many years of friendship to the police force and country have seen us benefited from police scholarship, which enhance our academic qualifications, the building out of our CCTV program, the training of officers like myself through the National Development Course in Taiwan, the handing over of police utility belt, and the list can go on and on and on. The country and the police force is ever grateful to the government and the people of Taiwan. And as our Prime Minister always say, St. Kitts and Nevis is the oldest and most faithful friend you can ask for. With these few words, I want to ask our Commissioner, Mr. Brandy, to come forward and give brief remarks.
It gives me great pleasure today to receive on behalf of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force this generous and timely donation to this fleet of police vehicles. Today, it is my honor to not only accept on behalf of the police force, but by extension, all the communities of St. Kitts and Nevis who will be benefited from this donation. I wish to thank the government and people of the Republic of China and Taiwan for this sizable donation intended to support and complement and enhance our national-wide police response, the area of traffic management and community patrols. Our nation had shared a long relationship and a mutual benefit friendship. We are honored by this donation today, which continue to build on this friendship. We are very thankful for this support and look forward for using these vehicles to undertake the necessary crime fighting and traffic management in the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis. I wish to sound a word of caution at this time that I will be looking at this vehicle every day to make sure these vehicles are not being abused and these vehicles are well maintained so they can last us for a very, very long time. And with those few words, I once again thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for such a generous contribution to our organization.
Thank you, Commissioner. And I want to also echo same sentiments and give warning to all that Mr. Brandy is a hawk. He sees everything and knows everything as it relates to police operations and police activities. So a word to the wise is surely enough. This week has been a good week for law enforcement. We have seen the removal of some 30 firearms, dangerous firearms from our streets. We have seen the passing out of some 31 recruits. And now we are here today receiving generous donation from our friend, Government of the Republic of China and Taiwan. And Ambassador Lee, we want to say thank you again. And now ask him, the Ambassador, His Excellency, to come forward and give brief remarks to the gathering.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I also want to adopt the protocol which has been established. On behalf of the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, today I'm very pleased to donate 12 vehicles along with 2-year spare parts to the police force of St. Kitts and Nevis. All these vehicles were manufactured in Taiwan and shipped to St. Kitts and Nevis. They are of very good quality and ready to use. So I believe with this vehicle, the mobility and also the capacity of the police force will be greatly enhanced. As a strong ally of St. Kitts and Nevis, this is not the first time we make this kind of donation. And we will continue to make contributions in this area so people living in this great country can enjoy the peace and the stability. I thank you very much for your kind attention.
I want to recognize the distinguished Ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan to St. Kitts and Nevis, Ambassador Tom Lee, Commissioner Ilroy Brandy, the other members of the High Command, and of course our National Security Advisor, the new graduates of the training program for course 43. Could you all stand, those who are our new batch of police officers? Let's give them again another hand of welcome. Thank you very much. You may be seated. I know yesterday was a special day for you, and many of you perhaps did not get enough sleep as you celebrated your newfound freedom. Freedom from the many days and weeks of grueling training right here. But you have now come to the task well prepared to serve through good times and bad times. And we hope that there will be more good times than bad times. I want again to congratulate you and to say that we are optimistic that you will make a worthwhile contribution to nation building through the provision of security services in our federation. And we want to thank you and thank your families, since several of you also hail from outside of St. Kitts and Nevis. We want to say a special thank you to your parents and loved ones for supporting you and giving you the freedom to try your talents and to develop skills in our beautiful country. Whatever we can do to continue to ensure that your work here is made light where necessary, we will continue to be available to serve you. I want to say to you that is one of the reasons why we brought on board for the first time in the history of the force a psychologist in the person of Dr. Cherise Godwin, so that she can provide ongoing counseling support to you as you go about a challenging exercise. And I want you to utilize her services as often as is possible, because that can certainly help you. To the matter of hand, I want to agree with MacArthur Brown that this week has been a good week for law enforcement in St. Kitts and Nevis. And since Monday, law enforcement has engaged national attention. Certainly on Monday, the Commissioner of Police updated Cabinet. By Tuesday, we had the significant, first time, unprecedented, historic development of the handing over of some 30 dangerous firearms, which are now in safe custody of the police by those who should not have had them in the first place. And what is significant through the intervention of a responsible third party or parties, we have been able now to take unlicensed firearms off the street. That makes the work lighter for you, the police officers, because every unlicensed firearms that is out there presents a danger to life, to property, to people, visitors and residents alike in St. Kitts and Nevis. And so part of the job moving forward is that we must launch a most aggressive program to recover every unlicensed firearms. It is one of the most significant threats to our peace and security. Yesterday, the day before that was also significant because in a real way, it allows us to reflect on our good fortune. Our good fortune that when there is a teachable moment, when minds align to do the right thing, positive things do happen. And so when the moment had come and members who hitherto had been a menace, if you will, to society determined that they want to be part of the peace and they want to contribute to it, they then determine if we are in a zone of peace, we can rely on the able law enforcement officers to protect us, and we do not need to rely upon our own brand of justice. So that was good news for the country. Yesterday was significant too, because we brought to the country the 5th batch of police officers who have been trained since my administration took office. Before my administration, for the last term of the last administration, 2010 to 2014, only 2 batches of police officers were trained. That training of courses 37 and 38 yielded 48 recruits. Yesterday, 31 of you graduated. Over the course of the last 4+ years, we have in fact successfully inducted as brand new constables a total of 167 recruits. Significant. And that is an important contrast to what was a priority then, to what is a priority now, to the level of resources that were being committed to law enforcement then, and to what is being committed now. The last budget for national security in 2014 would have reflected a budgetary amount of some $15.4 million to national security as then defined. For 2019, we have a budgetary provision of $80.4 million. It is the largest budgetary allocation ever made to national security in the history of law enforcement. I say that to say that my government has not been timid or shy to make the necessary resource allocation to keep our country safe. What we expect from this investment is that we will get a peace dividend. We will get greater freedom. Our people will not fear moving from point A to point B, because the police and the defense force and all our enforcement agencies will be well equipped to defend the peace of the country and to serve and to protect. Today we have come for the third day in a row to the same location, as it were, to again bring more resources to law enforcement officers. Tuesday, we showcased the example of cooperation between civilians, element, the police force, and other groups within our country. Yesterday, we brought 31 new, well-prepared, trained officers into service. And we come a third day in a row. And Gavaya must do his research and advise me if there is something in the Bible that is very special about coming 3 times in a row. I would want to know, and I'm asking him, as a faithful member of the Seventh-day Adventist fraternity, to help provide me some guidance. A third time we have come with good news. This time, to the generosity and the cooperation between ourselves and the government and people of the Republic of China and Taiwan, we have come to add to the fleet of transportation available to help you better serve and protect our people and visitors to our shores. I want to commend the resident ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for spearheading the bilateral cooperation and to ensure today the police force stands stronger in terms of resources than we were yesterday. And to also put on record our deepest appreciation for the support of Phase 1 of the build-out of our CCTV program, and for Phase 2, which we are hoping to get implemented in the not-too-distant future. So thank you to the government and people of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Could we put our hands together? I joined Commissioner Brandy in the expectation and hope that those who are charged with supervision would ensure that these vehicles last a long time, that they are put to good use and they are put to the right use. Everything in the end depends upon the quality of supervision. And I hope that the supervision will be of an excellent quality so that the results could redound for a very long time for the benefit of the peace and security of our federation. I would end then by saying thanks. Thanks to all of you in law enforcement who have taken this as a career which will be interesting in terms of the multiplicity of opportunities which avail itself, and a career which will be interesting in terms of the multiplicity of challenges too you will have to overcome. Long live law and order in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. And thank you very much again for partnering with us here in St. Kitts and Nevis, Your Excellency, to ensure that our country becomes what we all want it to be, the safest country on earth. May God bless us all. Thank you. I want on behalf of the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis to receive these keys with a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation to the government and people of Taiwan, and to say that these vehicles will be put to good use. In keeping with the understanding which we all have, I want now to formally present this box of keys They look brand new. And this very special model, which Mr. Brandy will keep in his office as a reminder of the additional resource provided, to hand them over to our Commissioner of Police, Mr. Hilroy Brandy. Could you give him a hand as he takes these?